Hello YouTube, this is Chester from STEM APKs. Welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to continue where we left off in the last tutorial. As you remember, in the last tutorial, we introduced this functionality here where you are able to look for vulnerabilities, AirPlay vulnerabilities in your network. And I show you how the difference between MDNS and DNS. And by the way, if you want to learn a little bit more about MDNS, DNS, which I think is I highly recommend. This is a great book that came out. It came out a few years ago. 19 years ago. Nothing has changed. As you know, protocols last forever. They take forever to change. So everything he talks about in this book is very, very applicable. And he gets into detail into the zero configuration networking and the stuff that I was talking about in the last tutorial. You remember in the last tutorial I was talking about multicast DNS and unicast DNS. He does a pretty good job explaining the difference and how to create all of that good stuff. And also the APIs, not only the C API, but also the Java API and Cocos NSNet services. That's the one that I'm using here. If you look at the error here, you see the error right there is NSNet services error code. And we're going to talk about that more in detail. But this is what's happening. I highly recommend the book because he really gets into detail into the foundations and all of that good stuff that I kind of tried to explain in my last tutorial, DHCP, MDNS, and DNS. Okay, so enough of that. Housekeeping. We need, if you want to follow along, I created tags, and you can see there are 4 tags, so you can check out one of those tags. Is the last one is this one right there. And it's got these 3 are for the phase 1. This is phase 2 if you want to follow along, and then I will get into phase 3. But for now we have phase 1. Let me just show you here. Phase 1 was this one, phase 2 is this one, and then we'll go into phase 3, probably Chromecast or Bluetooth. I don't know yet. Okay, so let's dive into the code. We have a lot of room to cover. And the first thing we need to do is make this a little bit bigger here so you're able to see. And this is the code, the components for the application. And let me just clear this up so not to confuse you. And I'm not even gonna show the info. Let's just open from the beginning. We're not in Rust, we're in React Native. npx expo run. It gives you the choice to run Android or iOS. So let's just pick iOS because you can see it. Why is not choosing it? Let's do it the hard way. npx expo run iOS. It's installing CocoaPods. It's going to do its thing. It should work okay. There are no errors. These 2 errors are just React Native VS Code related, so it's nothing major. They're all good. And now it's, I think it did it, and now planning the build, then it's doing its thing. And now it's installing on the emulator, and voila. It opens a clean version of it. So we just open it, and now as you can see, it's got all the logs here that you can just do for debugging purposes, and it's giving you all of the stuff that you might need for debugging. But I also included them here so you know, it's kind of nice to know what's happening under the hood. So you have the choice to hide the information, show the information, hide the logs, show the logs. You can start the scanning, and this is the error that I just mentioned just before. And it's a Zeroconf error, and then goes into MDNS. But let's start talking about the code. These are the components. This is the debug logs. I'll go into detail in this one, but the other ones are just gonna be very similar, so I'm going to just kind of gloss over it, go fast, because I want to get into the scanners, because that's where all the magic happens. So the first thing we need to do is import the stuff from React Native, scroll view to make it scrollable, the styling, the text, the buttons, and the view. Nothing that you haven't seen before. Here we're creating the interface, and basically this is what makes it possible for us to where am I? Okay, let's just close this. It's making me focus on that. This is where the interface is creating. It defines the components of properties and the logs for the log string and for the unclear logs. And this is, you can see that they're now being here and here. And this is the debug logs properties. Is creating the reference for scroll view to make everything scrollable. This is the use effect hook that is it will make it possible for the update. So when things get updated here, let me just show you start scan. This is when it's changing, it's happening, and you can see it now being changing here. Is updating, right? So it's taking all of that right here. Here is if we found a device, in our case it hasn't found one yet, but you're going to see that once it finds a device, it's going to let you know that it found a device in the logs, and it's going to also, or if not, it's going to show the error, like in this case if there's an error. And when it finds, it's going to give the device details and the security note. And I'm going to show you, because it's going to find one. It's going to find my Roku very soon. So I want to show it to you once it does. And there it is. So I found device, unknown AirPlay. So you see found device, and then it's going to talk about where is it? It's going to have the found device. It's going to give the device details, and it's going to give you the security note, and then it's going to give you the security note. Some of that other stuff is in here, so let's wait until we get there. Here is the scanning logs. Is this right here? It's got the clear button that when you press it, when you press it, it will change, right? So it will be scan logs or clear. And it's got the scroll view and all of that good stuff. This is the styling. Network information is this network information right here. Is going to give you the IP address. Network information. It's going to give you the IP address. It's going to give you the subnet. And you can see IP address, subnet. Is it connected or not? Is it connected? Yes or no? And it's going to say Wi-Fi, yes or no, and that's what that is going on there. Loading network information, that's in case that this is not there. It's going to, at the very beginning, it's going to load the network information, and you will see it. This is the styling to make all the buttons, all of this stuff pretty. The results list is going to show the results list. It's going to give you all the results in here. So it's going to find out if when you found something, right? It's going to give you the result item. Result item is going to give you the result header. So it's going to give you a header, right? It's going to give you the device name, the manufacturer, item manufacturer, the model, manufacturer, model, type, and the vulnerability, whether you found a vulnerability or not, vulnerability detected, and what type of vulnerability, and it's going to be the vulnerability details, and it's going to map it, right? That's what's happening there. And it's just a flat list that sometimes it will find more than one. It might find 4 or 5 vulnerabilities, so you're going to be into a flat list. ScanControls is just on or not, and let's just start it. It's either start network scan, or stop scanning. It's either or, one or the other. So that's what's happening here, stop or start. Is it scanning? Yes. And if it's scanning, it's going to allows you to press to change it, right? To disable it. That's what's happening here. And then the progress is all it is this guy right here. Is going to have an activity indicator. Is this activity indicator right there? It's large, and that's the color of it. That's the color. It's going to give you a percent progress times 100, and that's where that percentage right here. And it's going to, the scanning is going to let you know what the IP address, current IP address that is scanning, and the port number. IP address, port number, and it allows you, that's the styling. Okay, so now we get into the scanners, and the scanners is where all the magic happens. This basically is a long, huge, where should I do it? Let me. So like, as I mentioned before, it starts bringing the zero configuration from React Native. React Native Zeroconf library is bringing a single instance for the either Zeroconf or null. Is going to, it's gonna, as you can see here, let me just show you. It's going to give the opportunity not to, if it finds one error, it just doesn't crash and just stops. It's going to give you, and you can tweak this. Right now I have it at 3 max Zeroconf errors, but you can have whatever you want. I mean, for debugging purposes, that's what I had because I was playing with it. But like I said, you can change it and tweak it to whatever you want it to be. And that's it. What's happening there. Here, you're going to be bringing here these two. Think of it, these scanners and these use AirPlay scanners. They're working hand in hand. And here on the hook, you're going to be using. You're gonna see that it's bringing the batch. It's importing from scanners the batch IP address, the bill IP address, the check AirPlay, and now the check AirPlay service. And this is what these are. So you're gonna see. Where is it? Get Zeroconf instance, clean up Zeroconf. Now if you find it here, you're gonna see it. Clean up Zeroconf. you're gonna see here, I just want to give you an idea where they're coming from. Where's that stuff? How are they linking with one another? This is another one. Reset Zeroconf errors. If we go into the hook, we find cleanup Zeroconf, get Zeroconf, where is it? Reset Zeroconf errors, right? And so on and so on. So these two, that's where the hook and the file itself, and of course it's platform dependent because iOS will behave a little bit differently with zero configuration than Android in some instances. This is where the octets for the IP address, the IP range is going to have an octet. Remember, there's 4 of them: 192.168.0. And then the host is, this is what that is happening here. You can change how many like addresses you want to scan. You don't have to do it right now. I have 20, and it will depend on where you are with this IP address, where you're starting. This you can tweak it here and change it. It's going to do 20, it's going to do then 110, and then so on, because I'm doing the whole range. This is the last octet that I just talked about. Is going to have include the addresses around the current device. For example, it's going to start in 123, so it's going to go 5 addresses above 123 and 5 addresses below, and that's going to be the range, and that's what's happening right here. Export function, batch IP address is this one right here. Batch IP address, and it keeps going. It starts Zeroconf. But as you can see, and like I said, you can go to my GitHub, bring the code, and play with it, because this is where all the magic happens for the scanning for the AirPlay vulnerability scanner. This is where all is. This is the IP address and the port. It will populate it, and it's more into detailed error checking, endpoints. I'm trying to go not fast because this tutorial is already getting long. The error handling, the ports opening, the what type of vulnerability it found, so it will be here. This is stuff that you will see there. For example, as part of the results list, right? So it's going to tell you what it found, and you can change it. You will have a database, and you can include in that database all the items, all the devices that you are interested in looking for. That database can have as many devices as you want. It can have 5, it can have 100. It's up to you. And it goes and it goes. The rejects, manufacturer, vulnerability details. This is where all that stuff is here, and here, and here. That's where it's coming from, because it's going to give the name of the manufacturer, and the device information, and all of this stuff for that particular manufacturer. What type of scan did it use? MDNS? Did it use IP? Did it use Zeroconf? All of that stuff, and so on and so on. And the type, for example, I have HomePod for Apple. I have Bose for the devices, Sonos for the speakers. And like I said, you can tweak it and you can make it to whatever you want. And that's what it is. I might have to break that up into such a huge file. I might have to refactor this and make it into more manageable snippets. But that you can do that. And like I said, You can get this stuff from my GitHub, and all of that is there. And just follow along and have fun with it. And I hope you'll do some tweak it and make it even better. But this is the end of this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel. I will see you next time with another tutorial. Take care.